Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. Welcome to the Sports Update Show. It's Wednesday already. I wish it was Thursday already and I wish it was Friday because then the sports weekend starts and it's going to be a fantastic sports weekend. Let me just have a sip of this nice tea my wife made for me this morning. There you go. Yep, sports bar behind me. Yeah, I wish I was in a sports bar right now. I'd have some nice hot chicken wings, ranch dressing, to go with that buffalo wing sauce as well. I'd have a nice big glass of Coke and I'd even have a Caesar salad and some toast and stuff like that to go. Listen here, when I go to the US and I hit those breakfast restaurants in the morning, I go a little bit crazy, or South Africans say befocked. That's why Bernie can't come with me, man. I'd kill him off within a week. He'd die of overeating, man. But I hope you're all doing well this morning. I really do. Lots to get into this morning. So let's go put up those topics. Let's talk about the stuff. Let me get the chat out there because I haven't put it up on the screen here. Daffy, Prita, Lynn, Hunty, Vernisel, Rose Garden. Yeah, all awake this morning. Very good, very good. Let's have a look at the poll first of all. If you could choose one young footballer to build your team around, who would it be? At the moment, people are going with Pedri with 29%, then Jude Bellingham and Florian Wirtz with 24%. Surprising me that Lamine Yamal at 22. I mean, everybody seems to love him. I think he's overrated, but that's just me. People say you're a hater, Vic. I don't hate. I dislike. So here we go. Look, we're on our way to 86,000. Not far off. So keep on liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. Let's get into it. And we're going to all start in North America. We've got a lot to get through there, and then we'll get into a big football block as well. But let's start with Major League Baseball. Lots of games last night. Look, the Nationals beat the Marlins 7-5. The Milwaukee Brewers lost 5-4 to the Texas Rangers. The Minnesota Twins got thrashed by the California Angels 2-12. The Cincinnati Reds beat the San Diego Padres 4-2. The St. Louis Cardinals lost to the Seattle Mariners 3-5. The Arizona Diamondbacks lost to the San Francisco Giants 3-5. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the White Sox. That's the Chicago White Sox 5-4. The Houston Astros lost to the Toronto Blue Jays. Hey, up there, Canada. There you go. People say I'm not a fan of the Canadians. Then the Red Sox. No, it should be an X there. The Red Sox beat the Boston Red Sox. Sorry, just in case High Life's in there. I don't want to get into trouble. The Boston Red Sox beat the Oakland Athletics 6-0. The Colorado Rockies lost again. They lost 2-7 to the LA Dodgers. The Kansas City Royals lost 0-2 to the Cleveland Guardians. The New York Mets lost to the Philadelphia Phillies 3-9. That's always a good one. Philadelphia against New York. Chicago Cubs beat the Atlanta Braves 6-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates. I got that logo wrong. It should be the Pirates logo and not the Phillies logo. It's a yellow P, not a red P. Lost to the Baltimore Orioles. Because they lost, I put the red P down there. Let's be honest. And the Tigers thrashed the New York Yankees. I can tell you now, I know somebody in New Zealand dancing in his man cave or wherever he watches us from, and that is high life. He loves it. His Red Sox won. The Skankies, as he called them, lost. What does that mean for the league? Well, let's go have a look. It's getting interesting there. But we're not going to start with the American League. We're going to start with the National League. And in the National League, it looks like the Brewers, the Phillies, and the Cubs are on their way, doing well there. Then, of course, the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Mets are all in there. It's a 162-game season. So what do we got? We got about 144 games in. So it's around about 16 to 18 games left, depending what team you support. And only one team is definitely out of the playoffs. But look, this weekend, I reckon by the time we get to Sunday, we'll see a lot more ease at the bottom of the tables for elimination. I can't see the Pirates or the... Look, if anybody goes on a massive run now, maybe all the way down to the Arizona Diamondbacks, but I doubt it. Then we move on to the American League, and here it's really tight. I mean, you got the Blue Jays and the Tigers basically tied. I mean, half a game behind. Then you got the Yankees, the Red Sox. They are tied for that third spot at the moment. Then the Houston Astros, Mariners, Rangers, Guardians, Kansas City Royals, Tampa Bay Rays. I think with a big run, you've got to have a big run there. You've got to go like 12-4, maybe 13-3 over the stretch. You get in there. But listen, if you look at it, it's going to be some exciting bloody games. I'm still hoping for a series between the Yankees and the Red Sox in the playoffs. And then let's go back to the National League. Wouldn't it, yeah. You got the Chicago Cubs, iconic team. Philadelphia Phillies, the Dodgers are in there. The Mets are in there. So it's going to be the World Series this year and the playoffs and everything. It's going to be phenomenal. Then we did all that. So that's just the NFL from this week. I'm not going to run through that. But what I do want, I'm going to talk a little bit about the NFL quickly, because there have been some developments in the NFL. There's a lot of dumbasses in the NFL. Just earning a lot of money doesn't mean you got a lot of brains. But I'm quite disappointed with Commissioner there, Roger Goodell. I need to phone old Rog there. I mean, I'm not happy. Jalen Carter, the man that was spitting at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott also spit, let's be honest. He doesn't even get a game suspension. They say that because he was thrown out so early in that game, after 15 seconds or something like that counts as a 1-game suspension. He'll get fined 1 game day check. Now listen to this. The man earns $57,000 for 1 game. That's what he's going to be fined. He can play in the next game. So basically the NFL have put out a precedent there. You spit on somebody, you get 1 game. I mean, Jesus, I think that's a joke. Then other NFL news. George Kittle, he's on the injury reserve list, so he won't be back. The earliest he's allowed to be back, because the rules are in the NFL, if you put somebody on injury reserve, you have to keep him for a certain amount of weeks out of the team. So George Kittle's earliest comeback will be on the 12th of October. More news from the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker missed a few kicks, so they sacked him. Jake Moody has been waived. So anybody else looking for a kicker, San Francisco has just freed up a kicker for you. Don't worry. And then our favorite NFL dumbass, Tyreek Hill, back in the news again. If he's not speeding and doing stupid things with the police, he's been accused of domestic violence by his soon-to-be divorced wife. So yeah, Tyreek, I don't know. Concentrate on your football, because the Miami Dolphins are so fucking shit. You shouldn't even have time to do anything stupid. You should be practicing, my son. That's just me ranting again. That's the NFL for you today. Then we move into the WNBA, and there were a lot of games last night, and it's all clear, because the Storm beat the Valkyries 74-73, 66-75, the Liberty beat the Mystics. The Lynx lost the Fever 72-83. The Sky got thrashed, destroyed, and embarrassed 61-92 by the Aces. What a game again from Asia Wilson. And the Sparks beat the Mercury 88-83, meaning none other than the playoffs are set, my friends. There is one more round of games. Look, if you look at the Fever are done. They've played their 44 games. The Mystics have played 44 games. So most of the teams are done, but the playoffs are set. We've got 1 to 8. We've got our playoff teams at the moment. It would be the Lynx against the Storm, the Aces against the Valkyries, the Atlanta Dream against the Fever, and Mercury against Liberty. So the defending champions, the New York Liberty, only in 5th at the moment. But look, 1 or 2 changes could still come. There is 1 more game to play in the season. The Liberty could jump the Mercury, the Golden State Valkyries could jump the Fever. The Storm could jump the Valkyries. A lot of things could still happen. Atlanta could go into 2nd spot if the Aces lose and they win. So going to be interesting. By Saturday morning when I do the show on Saturday. Geez, I'm doing the show again on Saturday. I will let you know exactly what happens there. Then we move into some European basketball, and it was epic yesterday. Lithuania took on Greece, and Greece came out there 76-87 on top. Players of the game. Obviously, we have Jonas Valanciunas of Lithuania. He had 24 points, played very well. And then the man himself, the star of the show, Giannis. He was good for 29 points. So the Greeks moved to the semi-final. The Lithuanians can take the plane back to Vilnius. It's done. It's over. They are out. Then, we'll take them away. Then there was a second semi-final, and that was Turkey against Poland. And the Turks never really in danger of losing this one. Alpen Segun, the man under the Turkish flag, obviously, he had 19 points, and for the Polish Ponitek, he had 19 for them as well, but the Polish can now go home as well. End of story for them. So we do have that massive semi-final. I mean, if people don't know politically what's going on, the Turks and the Greeks, they don't really like each other. And they are playing each other in the semi-final. I mean, you know, if you know anything, did you ever watch, what was that, with Brad Pitt, the movie there, where he plays Achilles there? Troya. If you watch Troya, that's basically what it's all about. The Greeks against the Turks. The Trojans were Turkish descent, and obviously the Greeks were Greek descent. There you go. This is big, man. You know, they basically, you know, they were kind of like together once a lot. They don't like each other at all, you know. They don't like each other. So that's going to be a cracking game, man. And that'll all be live on our channel. Don't forget. Then let's just quickly look what's coming up today. Finland play Georgia this afternoon. And this evening, Germany, with all their stars of Schroeder, the Wagner brothers, Thijs, Bonga. They're going to take on the one-man team of Slovenia. Now, that's quite harsh. Luka is the scorer, but the rest of the team do play defense and add a lot of stuff on. And hey guys, good news for you. That game is going to be live on this channel. 7:45. Join us for that. Flipping hell, why do I have cramps every morning now? We're going to have that game live. That's going to be a good one. I mean, look, what do we want? I mean, it's a pity that this game's not the semi-final. And that, like I saw there before, I would have liked to have seen Slovenia play Finland and Georgia play Germany, and then this would have been the semi-final. Yeah, I think the semi-final is going to be Finland, Germany, and I think on the other side it's Turkey against Greece. And are we going to get a Germany-Greece final? Could be interesting. Turkish-Germany final would be fantastic as well. So let's have a look what's coming up there. Then we move into football. First of all, we're going to talk about my man there from down under. Everybody knows Vic loves the Aussies, man. You know, that's just who we are. Using old Ange's favourite saying. He always says, that's just who we are. He has joined Nottingham Forest. He's left the US national team. He's joined Nottingham. No, not the US national team. Sorry. I always mix him and Pochettino up. Now, he was without a job after he left Spurs. Now he's joining Nottingham Forest. And good news for the Nottingham Forest, because Ange always wins a trophy in his second season. So you just got to keep him this season, and next season you're going to win something. The Carabao Cup, maybe it's the Conference League, I don't know, but you'll win something next year, you know, if you don't get relegated this year. So let's have a look what happens there. So Ange is back. Good day, mate. Welcome back to the Premier League. We have an Aussie back in the Premier League. That's good. We all love the Aussies. Talking about the Premier League, these are the big fixtures of the weekend. Check out your favourite fixture. We will be doing Man City against Man United on Sunday at 17:15 Central European time, live on this channel. So join us for that. Now, you know, where's High Life? Because I wanted to educate him on all the countries in the world. Here comes this massive football block now. Bear with me. Here we go. So last night, a lot of qualification for the World Championship. Armenia, I think that's a surprise, beat the Republic of Ireland 2-1. Azerbaijan and Ukraine 1-1. Albania beat Latvia 1-0. Then Bosnia-Herzegovina couldn't beat Austria. My friends there, Servus, Guten Tag, everybody there in Austria. Well done to my friends Anton and Peter and everybody that support the Austrians. Cyprus and Romania drew 2-2. That's not a good result for Romania. And the French were stingy against Ireland, only winning 2-1. Then Hungary lost to Portugal 3-2. Norway. I need some of that, Norway, in my drink. Whatever you guys are drinking, I need that. 11-1, they thrashed Moldova. Erling Haaland had 5 goals. Unbelievable. And then another team to score 5 goals. England thrashed Serbia in a very, grudge match. It was built up beforehand as a grudge match. Then we move on to South America. Ecuador beat Argentina. But Argentina are qualified already. Brazil lost to Bolivia, and they also qualified already. I just think they just thought, fuck it. And Chile and Uruguay drew 0-0. Peru lost to Paraguay 1-0. Colombia beat Venezuela 6-3 in a game of goals. That would have been an interesting one. In South America, Haiti beat Costa Rica. Honduras beat Nicaragua. Curacao beat Bermuda 3-2. Jamaica, my friends there, beat Trinidad and Tobago. I got some friends in Trinidad and Tobago. What is wrong with them, man? Damn it. There you go. Then we go down to Africa, and Kenya thrashed the Seychelles 5-0. Namibia, yes, I have all my friends there in Windhoek. Good one. They beat Sao Tome and Principe 3-0. Sierra Leone beat Ethiopia 2-0. Tanzania lost to Niger 1-0. Zimbabwe lost to Rwanda 1-0. Burkina Faso and Egypt could only muster up a 0-0 draw. The Cape Verde Islands beat Cameroon. That is maybe the surprise. I just hope O'Brien and Boomer wasn't playing there. Must probably Onana lost, put a shit goal in there. I think Cameroon are looking to transfer Onana to a different country, just like Man U transferred him out. Senegal beat the Congo Democratic Republic 3-2. South Africa, good result against Nigeria. Two powerhouses of African football, finished 1-1. Two more to go. Tonga beat Sudan 1-0. Angola beat Mauritius 3-1. And Benin thrashed Lesotho 4-0. Last but not least, Gabon and the Ivory Coast drew 0-0. Gambia beat Burundi 2-0. And Mauritania and South Sudan drew 0-0. Whew. I got it done. It's over. It's done. It's forbade. So let me tell you who's qualified for the World Cup so far. Out of there's 48 teams making the World Cup, if I wrote it down correctly. There you go. 48 teams, and we have 18 teams in there already. So obviously the hosts, 3 host nations in Canada, United States, and Mexico. I think they would have qualified in any case if they had to qualify. Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Uruguay, Colombia, and Paraguay are all in for South America. Morocco, Tunisia, for Africa are in there already. Japan, Iran, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Jordan, Australia, and of course my friends there, the Kiwis in New Zealand. You know, I don't know what they call the football team. I know of course we know the rugby team or the All Blacks. So New Zealand are there as well. Now I just need South Africa to qualify, so we can have a New Zealand-South Africa clash at the Football World Cup. Not as interesting as the Rugby World Cup. Don't forget, then we go. Our DEFCON Rugby show later this afternoon at 1700. We'll be concentrating a lot on the Curry Cup today. We'll see what happens there. This should be an interesting one. We'll have our Curry Cup team of the week. Then some cricket, England and South Africa. They start off their T20 series today after South Africa won the ODI 50 over series 2-1. So that's taking place today. That starts this evening if anybody wants to watch that. And then, I'll just leave that out there. There you go. Leave both out there. And India take on the UAE in the Asia Cup of the T20. So, guys, check that out. Don't forget, this weekend is going to be massive. Let me just quickly give you a quick rundown. Tonight we have live EuroBasket. Then that's Thursday. Friday we have 2 live EuroBasket games coming up. On Saturday we have Australia against Argentina, South Africa, New Zealand against South Africa. We have the Curry Cup semi-finals. We have Women's World Cup Rugby. On Sunday we have, I think it's Samoa against USA. That is a major game in the Pacific Nations Cup. The winner qualifies for the World Cup. The loser stays at home. Then, of course, we have Manchester United against Manchester City. And then we still have some NFL. And on Friday morning at 2 o'clock, we do have NFL. Don't worry about that as well. So lots to get into this week. But I've been rambling on here for 20 minutes. Time for me to bugger off and leave you people alone. So enjoy your day. Stay healthy. Stay happy. See you at 5 o'clock for the DEFCON Rugby show, or at 7:45 for the basketball. Guys, have a great one. Ciao, ciao.